Hello guys, welcome to my video. Thanks for clicking on it. Now this video was a week in the making. We were having the topic of Nintendo Week. So as you can see, my pictures are actually stylized by the days that the topic came up. For our first one, we took one of the main characters of my upcoming series, the Ink Club, with the character Kazuki dressed as Net. Is that his name? Ness from Earthbound. No, I've never played Earthbound, so I had to go online and cheat for a little bit just to see what his story was about, and I thought he made a perfect character for him since Kazuki was very serious, kind of didn't really have the most normal childhood, and he's in a way he tries to adhere to what he's been taught, but in the end he is going to learn how to really let go and socialize with more and more people, and that just sitting in your room all day is not the way to go. Plus, I just kind of like dressing him up in these little outfits. To be honest, I like diversifying with all my art. Just seeing what some of my other characters look like, and it kind of got a little awkward drawing him because I'm not used to drawing him such poses and such outfits. I assure you, this is probably one of the rare times you'll actually see him wearing Bermuda shorts and a t-shirt and a baseball cap. His size 10 feet wouldn't allow it. We're just gonna keep coloring it in, and Monday is done. Now for our second one, oh no, wait, we're still working on him. Still working. Come on, me, hurry up. Okay, now it is Tuesday. And here's another member of the Ink Club, and her name is Evelyn. Now for Evelyn, today's topic was going to be Kirby, and I don't really draw her that much, and I want to see how can I really incorporate her into this theme. And to be honest, I really couldn't. I tried thinking of drawing her in a little Kirby costume. It did not work at all. It looked kind of awkward. So I decided to have him just suck. Okay, I'm sorry, this sounds weird. One of Kirby's, for those of you who don't know, one of Kirby's main powers is that he can absorb or suck in opponents, and they can get their powers. What she's doing is trying to avoid that fate. Why, you ask? Does she have powers? We will have to see. Remember, August 2015, the first strip is going to come out on my DeviantArt page. We are going to have a speed draw about it, and then I want to see what you guys are going to say in the comments. But in a way, I kind of like Evelyn, mostly because I wanted to diversify my comic strip a bit more. Yes, I do have a lot of African American characters, but I also wanted some Hispanic, and Kazuki's half Chinese, and well, we have a lot of Caucasian characters and a whole bunch of monsters. That's my little spoiler. There will be monsters, but the thing is, we don't know everybody's species yet. So the question is, does everybody's species come into play of what they're doing? Now for Wednesday, we were to Link from Legend of Zelda. And of course I had to get one of my favorite characters, and of course I do believe she will become a fan favorite, Mary, just because it's just fun to dress her up as Zelda. The reason why I kind of did this was because she just has a Zelda face. She can easily jump into battle, and the real Mary actually does have a sword. And if you'll remember one of my last videos that I did where we had a little memorial to the president of Nintendo, she was in fact wearing a Link cap. I just did that out of the blue because I wanted to show all the characters wearing caps based off of Nintendo characters. And will I ever make this cap in our Knit-Tunes video? I'm not sure. To be honest, leave a comment below if you want to actually see me make a Link hat. And if so, I'll also make it for sale on my Etsy page. Maybe even a raffle. Maybe. But I really liked coloring all of these pictures. I have to say pictures because part 2 couldn't fit on this page. Just because I like the colors, and it gave me more insight into the Microsoft lore. Not Microsoft, I'm sorry. I mean the Nintendo lore. To be honest, I haven't really stepped out of the Nintendo world other than just knowing some blatant characters. And of course the Wii Fit instructor. I've played her a lot. And I just like actually coloring this entire picture. Especially because I get to experiment with limited colors that I have. Which, to be honest, there are actually more colors than I need. I'm limited, but it depends on the pressure points that I'm actually working with. But how much pressure and how light or dark your coloring is actually makes a big difference. I also learned the same thing with drawing outlines of different pictures. I found that I can actually do very lightly with my 1.0 thick pen, which I could really sometimes do for my 0.4 pen. For those of you who don't know, those are widths and lengths of pens. One is thick, 0.4 is a bit thinner, and it's usually used for lettering. And we are almost done with Wednesday. I think she is probably the most detailed out of the bunch here. And now it is Thursday. For Thursday, we talked about the man of the hour, Mario. He's probably the first Nintendo character I ever saw, first one on my screen, as he hit me with the green Koopa shell on Mario Kart. And I decided to have him be portrayed by Oda. Well, James Alexander Oda. His real name is James Alexander Oda, last name unknown. And he kind of, for some reason, I like to have him break out into little maniacal, not really maniacal, but fan and rants. He's really passionate about Mahjong, I'm going to say that. And he has his own little chibi mode that he can and will break into when things don't really go his way, or he's trying to get a rise out of the crowd. And yes, the mustache is fake. I kept all the original hair colors just because I thought it just didn't seem right without it. Days 1 through 4, everybody. Now, this was actually drawn today, and our topic was our favorite Nintendo character. The only problem with me is I can never choose my number 1 character. I always have characters tied. So today we have our 3. Our first one is a longtime favorite of mine, Princess Daisy. And I decided to draw my character Blair Egerton as the titular role. It's also kind of a mashup between Daisy and Peach because Blair has blonde hair. I sculpted it into the Daisy's shape, but I left her with her original hair color. If you haven't noticed by now, I specifically chose these characters and who they're depicting by their personalities and how they will appear in my comics, and how like this would not be out of place at any little Comic Con. So if they all go in, rolling. Obviously, you can tell I'm not very good with slang. Then you will know who they will be dressed as. Because she's very tomboyish. She's very prissy, and it's a very unique combination of both being royalty and having a bit of a tomboy streak. Now, this girl up here, well, technically it's a guy, is actually Blair's fiance, Kristoff. I decided to have him dressed as Dixie Kong, who is known as the girlfriend of Diddy Kong from Donkey Kong Country, just because, well, for 2 reasons. One, I thought it'd be funny since I have actually seen males cosplay as females and females cosplay as males. And 2, I was actually It's kind of inspired by the Bruce Jenner thing, and I noticed that our Kristoff actually makes a very pretty lady. And if you'll notice it, these two are actually gazing into each other's eyes as he's bouncing up and down. The third reason I drew him, originally I was going to draw the Kelsey character, the one in the little dino suit in the middle, as Dixie Kong, but I had to think about it. There have been some controversy about some, well, Targets selling a t-shirt with a picture of a monkey and on an African American model, and there have been riots about it. And to be honest, I don't want to offend any of my viewers. I would never want to do that. Even though I would love to have her dressed like that, I just will not, especially since it's a very touchy subject. People are still upset about it. And finally, in the middle, we have one of our heroines that we're going to start off with in our series, Kelsey Reed. And I decided to draw her as Birdo. Now, I know Birdo started out as a villain, and now she is currently known as Yoshi's girlfriend. Some little known fact, some of you guys may not know unless you're hardcore fans, but Birdo is actually the first video game transvestite. Seems that his original name was Catherine, and he prefers to be referred to as Burdette, and he wants to become a woman. So while I couldn't get the giant snout, I decided to just put her in a little onesie because I thought it was cute. And I have her striking the iconic pose that our titular Burdette always does. Now, in canon, all the outfits are actually designed by our wonderful Miss Cheyenne Anderson. She is still in the strip. She is not pictured in here because, well, we just don't want to give too much away. But thank you guys so much for watching. Now I'm going to have more stuff for viewers, and check out my DeviantArt page if you want to just see the still photos or check for updates on that comic strip. And of course, remember, please like, subscribe, share. If you want to support the artist, check out my Etsy. And remember, Frederator loves you.